place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from the Superdome. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
11. Got it.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
57. 12. Got it. I got you, baby. I got you. Okay.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He sets to fire deep, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
11. 12. Under. 21.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Breeze now on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. 95-56, 95-56. Got it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Gun! Detroit! Leopard!
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Detroit!
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Ginn. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bryant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
48, 12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Got it. 12. 95-56.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing again. Jackson. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
Here we go.
Often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive.
And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
11. Ready. You ready? Got it. 21. 12. 21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Breeze to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
11.
Now Breeze again. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone.
Ready. You're 90.
Again, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 38 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now here come the Ravens. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so yet.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Yes. Ready. You ready? Under. Shoot. I got you. 11. 21.
To throw, it's Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Got it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back out of it.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Detroit!
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And again, it's Collins. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Collins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, 63 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And Jackson throwing once more. But he's got Snead. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle from 3 yards out. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Breeze now. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Got it. Got it.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. Hey, got it.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Everyone's got four down. 12. Got it. I'm coming after you. Got it.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, here's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Got it.
Breeze going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here in the eye. Breeze going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
21.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way. They
come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 2nd down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Ginn has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
21.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11. 41 Mike.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Breeze to throw again. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
21. Monday. Open. Got it. 12. 57.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Now Jackson, he'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these fans make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.